What up, what up, what up? This is Ken Ivy, and you're watching View from the Game. What's up, Rome? How you doing today?
You know, it's all good, Ken, man. You know, just happy to see you, brother, because it's been some years, man.
Hey, man, you know, last time I seen you, you was slim. You know, you had a low fade. You know what I'm saying? You looked like a lawyer.
Right.
I see you change your style up a little bit, huh?
Yeah, I just flipped it a little. Yeah, you know, more laid back now, man. You know, I used to be, you know, on a whole different page, man. But, you know, like I say, shit, I'm blessed to be here, man.
But that segued me to my next question, man. When I first met you, man, and I know you didn't, you know, statute ran out, you didn't did whatever you had to do with the feds and everything, you know what I'm saying? When I first met you, way back in the wind, you was like 17 deep, all white bitches, man.
Right.
I mean,
I'm gonna tell you something, man, and this honest to God truth. I knocked a lot, but I got a lot of phone calls, man, where they looked me up in the yellow pages to find me.
If you was going, you know, I was 16 deep, you know, but I know you was 17 deep, and people ask me the question, I'm gonna ask you a square question. So if you got 17 bitches, which one get to sleep with you?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, Ken. You know, true enough, you ain't gonna sleep with every bitch you got because, you know, they got to earn that type of situation with you. You know, you got some that's been with you 10 years, you got some that's been with you 10 days. You know, but for the ones that's been invested that time with you to put them 10 years in with you, you know what I'm saying? Of course, well, you know, hey, they, you know, I mean, you ain't gonna go out and deal with no square like that lady go out there and put her life on the line every night to get you some money, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to be more than just have your hand out.
When I first met you, you know, everybody was talking about you. You was the talk of the town, man. You know, you had all the business. You even showed me where to get a couple cars at. You know what I'm saying? You plugged me with a couple, you know, car lots and shit. Helped me get me some business and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you was living downtown, man, over a big ass penthouse, man. Look like, you know, out some shit down the truck where he live in.
Right.
And you know, I mean, you just was sharp every day, man. You was the distinguished gentleman, man. So, you know, being, you know, that respected and being that everybody was saying your name, because, you know, I went through that. I just want to know from your perspective, being one of the biggest, you know, players that ever come out of Dallas. Let's say P, one of the biggest P's come out of Dallas. How did that make you feel? I mean, did you feel like you was on top of the hill?
Well, you know what, man? I always stayed humble with it, kid.
That's right.
You know, I never was the type to abuse my girls, and that's why I had some of the best beautiful women it was, man.
Yeah.
I
never, the best. I ain't gonna even lie on that. I can't front.
I mean, you would look at them and you wouldn't even know what they do. You would think that they went to college somewhere.
Yeah, I remember you came to Milwaukee, man. You brought about 10 of your bitches down there. And I was like, man, these are lawyers, these doctors.
They was calling the radio station looking for me the next day, man. Where that young man at, man?
Yeah, man. You fucked the child up, man. Milwaukee niggas was like, man, who is that nigga Ken? You know what I'm saying? They had never seen, you know, they seen me, but they ain't never seen no nigga with just no 10 white bitches. You know what I'm saying? All of them looking like gorgeous Bobby dolls.
Only 3 cats from Texas that was there was me, Bumby, and D from
Lil D,
yeah, I think that's it, man.
Yeah, y'all came and represented.
We had a ball, man.
And then, you know, and I tried to tell niggas, I said, man, listen, man, I got some players, man. I know y'all think that I'm the greatest, man, but I got some players that do it way bigger than me, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? They're smashing way harder than I did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, people don't believe that. I be like, man, I got friends, right? Like, I got a partner, man. You know what I'm saying? He play golf. You know what I'm saying? He lives in a very prestigious subdivision. You know what I'm saying? You would never think he was a P. And you was one of them type of persons, man. If a person just didn't know you was a pimp, you know what I mean? All I ever seen you wear, man, and I'm not saying this for the camera, you always wore Gucci. You always wore, you know, red bottoms. You know what I mean? You was always a distinguished gentleman, man. That's one thing I liked about you, man. You know what I mean? Couldn't nobody tell what you did. But, you know, everybody knew that you was that dude. And Carla on her way, too. I wish he was here, bro. She could vouch for. I know you and her made plenty of money together.
You know, but, you know, it didn't start there, man. It was a lot of bumps and bruises to get to that status, man. You know, I mean, you know, like I said, I look at a lot of guys got it easy now because they got the internet. You know, back then, you know what I'm saying? I mean, man, you know, you started from the mud and hit that concrete, and then you elevated to something bigger. You know?
Hey, I want to say something. So we on the yacht, we ride all you can eat all. I said, man, it's a classy brother, man. And you know, man, you made us look good, man. You made this lifestyle of ours look good, bro. You ain't never heard nothing foul on you. You know, like you said, you been knocked a lot of times. I remember when people used to knock you, they said, the whole world is done. I got room for a bitch. I got him.
And I always kept it playing. I never got out of character.
So if I walked up to if I see one of your bitches out of pocket on the blade, and the bitch gave me the reckless eyeball, you know, and I wiped the eyeballs off my head with the napkin, and you know, pull up on her, you know what I'm saying, you know, like some Pampers, and say, hey, what's up? Oh yeah, King, I've been fucking. She chews up, and I call you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, what do that mean to you, and why you think that, you know, that was important, you know, to give a person a phone call or to accept a phone call?
I mean, I always took it, you know, I'd rather get a phone call than be wasting my time going to look for somebody, worrying about their well-being, you know, something that happened to her, you know, maybe she got robbed, maybe she got kidnapped. You know, like I say, serving somebody is just really a form of respect. You respected her and the man she chose, you know, because you're not trying to, you know, put him in a situation, you know what I'm saying, to where he's, you know, feeling like you got some kind of animosity toward him and he want to pull out his pistol and yada, 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 you know.
So it's a gentleman's sport. It's
a gentleman's sport. You know, it should never result to any type of animosity between two gentlemen.
So you said something that sparked my interest. Okay, have you ever had one of your hoes get killed, raped, or beat up?
No.
Great shit.
I have had one chick that was with me who, actually I had two that was with me, and decided that they wanted to leave, and of course, you know, it's always a game of choice. And you know, later on down the line, I hear that they ended up getting killed. You know, well, I mean, it always crosses my mind. You know, well, I wonder what would have happened if, you know, she just would have stayed with me. She would have been protected.
So, you know, bitches always say, "Why am I choosing Pimp? I don't get nothing out the game. What I'm gonna get out of her?" Any one of your hoes, after being with you, left you here, they end up with anything of value?
I let them, whatever they accumulate with me,
they get
that's theirs to keep. When they decide to leave, that's theirs. They earned that.
Yeah.
I'll never take nothing from somebody that's earned that. You know, because I mean, we live in a third world, man. You know, I mean, you know, like I say, you invest your daily time into, you know, making sure that, you know, all my necessities are met and vice versa. I mean, we got that commitment to each other. You know, and if we're going to invest our time and money into each other, I mean, you don't want to, you know, walk away from it. Of course, you want to.
So what did dinner look like when you got all 17 of your hoes at the dinner table?
Man, I used to spend, one day at my penthouse downtown, the one you came over to, I set all my ladies down in that apartment, and we sit down and I had them all to grab a notepad. Okay, I want to see exactly what's going out the house. I know what's coming in the house, but I want to see what's going out. So I had them all to jot down every expense that you can think of, from nails to hair to cell phone to, you know, bills at home. It came to about $43,000 I was spending every 30 days.
Hey, now for people, you know, the young people say no cap. When you throw that players ball, right, man, that shit was the talk of Dallas.
Yeah, I know.
Can you tell these people how much money you spent for that shit, man? I know you gave me at least
I spent
$20,000 to help you get the entertainment together.
That particular night, I don't even know if you knew this, but I had 40 hotel suites.
Yeah, I remember that.
And 15 Hummer stretch limousines.
And you gave me $20,000 for the entertainment.
Right.
And you told me, man, you crazy. You said, hey, man, just get what you can with it. Whatever's left, you keep for yourself. Tell them who all you had. This is amazing.
It was
Fillmore Slim.
Fillmore, Bishop, Kenny Red, Dolomite, Max
Julian,
Orange Juice Jones,
Big Daddy,
Ice-T,
Coco.
So many.
Y'all talking about y'all some pills, man. Hey, y'all ain't did it like wrong, man. I'm telling you, man.
Minister Semo.
Brown.
Man,
we all had plus. We didn't have room, we had suites. When he came to my party, you know what I'm saying? I told him, I said, how many hoes you got? He said, I got 17, but I might bring 10. I said, you want to get a VIP? He said, yeah, how much is it? I said, man, they $2,500. He said, give me 5 of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about shit. That help pay for the party, man. Rome is hey, man, bro, listen, man.
Right.
I know people probably ain't used to Pimpin' Ken, you know, talking like this, but, man, you are the classic. Right. You know, if I ain't never, see, I want to tell you that, I want to tell the world that this man here is the classic gentleman, man. When I tell you, man, this man used to dress and he used to, I mean, he was so shy, man. Everything was Gucci and all that. All before dudes before the rappers, this is 2005. Right. This before all them dudes started. He was wearing that type of stuff, man. And you know, it was crazy because, you know, I didn't know what the shit was, but, you know, I liked it, though. I always wanted to ask you this. Did you ever have black bitches?
I had one.
One?
I had one.
So you're a racist.
I had one, and I had the Asian that I got out of Miami, and they was with me for years.
Why did you let black bitches in your household?
Well, I mean, the one I had, even though, you know, like I say, she was a black broad, she got white broad money. Thing is I didn't want to take away from her. You know what I'm saying? She was holding her own, you know. Mm-hmm. And then, like I say, alongside of the other girls, I mean, you know, it was all of them pretty much was damn near about the same as far as trap wise every night, you know. I take that back, I had to. And what brings that to mind, the second one, she wasn't around very long, but I'm gonna tell you how she come to me. You know, Dallas Gentleman. Mm-hmm. Used to be a little rapper dude. I can't think of the little dude's name. He used to be a rapper, right? Mm-hmm. So one day I went into Dallas Gentleman, and I went to the restroom, and the dude, he spoke to me. I said, hey, what's up, man? I didn't really know him, but I was just familiar with him. Mm-hmm. So I come out the restroom, I go sit by the bar, you know, have me a drink or whatever. And I guess he get on his phone and call his girlfriend, you know. Come to find out, she used to be with me. She done rushed up to the club, right? And she see me at the bar. She come up and give me a hug. I hug her, and I'm looking over her shoulder, and I see him storming out the door. Well, you shouldn't have called her. I had my Puerto Rican girl come up and pick her up since she decided she wanted to go and come back in the game. Mm-hmm. So I sent them. My Puerto Rican girl had some business to go tend to. They wasn't gone but about 30 minutes. And they come back with 10,000 crispy $100 bills and broke herself right there at the bar. Mm. I said, if this man knew that you just went out this door and went and got me $10,000.
He would have never left out that door.
Yeah, he would have never left.
So let me ask you a question. I had a broad, you know, that ran a trick up, you know, to about $500,000. Right. You know, but the most trap I ever got in one day was 30,000. What's the biggest trap you ever seen in one day?
In one day?
I'm talking about one bitch, not all of it.
Yeah, I know, and I'm finna calculate it. Because, I'm thinking about the scenario. I mean, I know that the first time the guy was like 84. He wired 20,000 to my bank, right? Mm-hmm. And this was all in one day. Mm-hmm. Not even a few hours later, he ended up sending me another 10,000. Took the girl to the Galleria, spent like $7,500 on her. You know what I'm saying? That day, I think I almost got about 40 bucks out of it.
I said the record down. So hey, make it official. This is the first man to beat my record on the ism in the town. In the town.
But again, you know, this is before all the internet.
Hey, but I did do a thing that since you want to add the clothes and shit in there. Now I beat you on this one, right? So I've been DC. I was out there with Supreme, Jab. You know, all the good pimps, man, back in the day, man. And my broad, she get with this trick, and his wife, a wedding ring, was in the glove department. Right. You know, 7 carats. You know what I'm saying? Big motherfucker, worth a few $100,000. Right. So I guess they can't get me now, but I took it to Jacob, and Jacob gave me $100,000 roll and some money. You know what I'm saying? It was that. So if you add that ring, that motherfucker probably was worth probably close to about $300,000. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't call that a trap. I'm talking about money, but you know what I'm saying? That's the first time I ever had a Rolex. You know what I'm saying? Me of that stature. I had some regular one, but Jacob hooked me up, man, and you know what I'm saying? I looked at that as a trophy in the game. You know what I'm saying? And I I hate I sold that watch, but that was the biggest incident that ever happened in my career on the pimping, you know.
Right.
And so I understand, you know, that anything happened. You probably had something like that happen too, right?
Oh, yeah.
You probably got some jewelry and shit, right? Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, then you probably beat me out again. Because, see, now I don't want you to tell me. Don't you just want to hold my record a little bit longer, man? You took my record in Dallas. I'm no longer.
What I used to run into, especially when I would, you know, knock bras that came from, you know, other P's, and you know they got a lot of that other P program built up in them, and they come, and I always played the game fair, man. I didn't want them to go out there trying to rob and steal, you know, try to take somebody's Rolex watch and stuff like that. Because that back then, you know, they used to do the drops. They used to knock the trick out with the drops and rob them. But I never on any of that, man, because, you know, like I say, I just always played the game fair, and I think that's how I really won. Because I mean, you would think would be unimaginable. I mean, I had girls that would go out there, bring back $3,600, $4,600, lay down and do nothing for it.
So when you think about that kind of money, I remember, I don't know, maybe I might be. Didn't you buy a chicken place or something?
Well, you know, I had that restaurant.
You took me somewhere that I know you bought some kind of restaurant or something.
Yeah.
So you was investing your money. You know,
I had that restaurant and I had the club.
Yeah. So that's the good thing about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're talking about transitioning on this. Now you got the trucking business. You're doing, you know, positive things. You know what I'm saying? You're raising your children. Your kid's mama died, and you're raising the children. You know what I'm saying? Can you say something to a young person who's looking at Rome, and this the camera right here, and just tell them, you know, something, positive.
I'm gonna say this, man. As I got older in the game, as I got older, man, and I started, you know, when I ended up taking that fall going to the Fed.
I remember that.
And I utilized that when I went to the Feds. Before I even got there, I spent about $800 at the bookstore, and I went to the Feds. I owed the IRS over $256,000. I went to the Feds for money laundering because I got twisted up with this car dealership from when I bought cars for all my girls.
G. Gub was fucking with.
Well, exactly, and. You know, come to find out that the car dealership itself was under scrutiny.
You gave them a lot of money. I remember you had all your girls had nice cars.
Yeah. So once they went to asking around about, well, how does he make his money, and you got 1,000 fingers pointing at you talking about, well, all they know is he got girls. Okay, them people gonna take that as he's a pimp. You know what I'm saying? So. To contest, you know, like I say, to contest the situation and then have them go and put pressure on these girls and further causing me more trouble, I say, well, let me go ahead and step up my leg and get this shit over. I went in there, man, prior to me going, I'm steady taking losses, man. I had bogus accountants, you know, claiming they got my books and everything. I had one take $6,500 and run off with it, my paperwork, and had another one claiming he was a supervisor, used to be an ex-supervisor from the IRS, supposedly handling my books, you know, and never handled anything. Man, left me pretty much in debt for $256,000. So I got it down to 80. Got it down as of recently to $100. Finally got it cleared now, man. But I wouldn't have been able to do none of that had I wouldn't have utilized that federal time as a personal college for me to study and read up on all the losses I was taking and how I can prevent it.
Man, you're a smart dude, man. Yeah.
And now, you know, like I say, I'm just my mindset now is building businesses and money machines and stuff like that could be passed down.
Yeah, you know, I tell people all the time, I said my first 30 years was legacy. My last 30 years, my next 30 years is going to be dynasty. You know what I'm saying? Create generational wealth for my children. And, you know, that's one thing we try to do. at the Hip Hop Fraternity, we try to educate the people, give them knowledge, wisdom, and understanding about, the industry and how to become, business people, entrepreneurs.
What's important for me now, as opposed to the way it was back then, is being debt free, bro. You want everything paid for. You don't want to feel like you having to answer to nobody.
Right.
I mean, you want your house paid for, you want your car paid, all that. That's the ultimate freedom. Because otherwise, you know what I'm saying, you're like a dog chasing his tail, trying to impress the next man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I had to get away from. Mm-hmm. That's why, I used to have a Bentley and, I had, Mercedes and all this stuff, man. But it came a time where I felt like that was pimping me.
So let me ask you a question. My square viewers want to know this. Why do you think a prostitute pay a pimp?
I mean, by right, because she looks at that man as an investment for her to better her life. Mm-hmm.
Make that I understand that.
What I mean by that is, you present her with a solid game plan, because really when you're dealing with a woman, you want to take her places that she can't get by herself. If you can't offer her no more, she can offer herself. There's no reason for her to be with you. So my thing has always been is to show them life, how to have bank accounts. True enough, my girls gave me all their money, but I guarantee you most of them had more money than a lot of them dudes had. Why? Because I believed in making sure they know how to save money, how to utilize a checking account, how to have some type of established.
And you was telling me about that one day, and you was showing me all the little different bank accounts. I remember we was at the penthouse, and I guess one of your girls had you was establishing her credit or some shit back then. You remember that?
Surprised. Why you gonna send her when you know she got a good mouthpiece, she got the look, she can go in there and open up doors you can't open.
And she white.
But now, if she got A1 credit and you got A1 credit, the power of the signature is a motherfucker. You can go in the bank, man, and they give you anything you want. You know what I'm saying? Most people want to build a credit to go buy a nice car and buy material shit. But the key is really you want to build that credit to where you can put that credit to work for you. To where, you know what I'm saying, instead of you working for the money working for you. Even when you get to a point to where you start really, really having money, you got to get out your comfort zone. You got to dwell where success dwells. You can't drive a Rolls Royce and go back into the hood. You got to go out there where, you're dealing with you're like kind. You know what I'm saying? Where, and that's opening up more doors. Success breeds success. You know what I'm saying? Once I decided that I didn't want to, once I decided I was walking out the game, I knew I had to put myself in a totally different environment that wasn't even associated with it. You know what I'm saying? And it brings about the peace of mind that you need, man, and that keeps you healthy. That keeps you from just having to look over your shoulder all the time, or wondering, or look at people suspect around you.
Well, wrong, man. Good advice, man. That's some wisdom from on high, man.
Exactly.
Hey, man, it's always a treat when we meet. I just want you to tell people, if you want to.
I fuck with Ken Steve-O. They came to me with, Simon Schuster.
Boss me and you the shot caller. When you write a book about somebody, it's about what they've been through. I saw my first nigga get killed. I was 9. I was at school, nigga trying to bring me 17 pounds. And I got cancer. And my auntie, Keisha died. Jean died. Everybody was dying. I ain't think I was gonna make it. Me and Revy never hung out together. That's what this book, the world don't know. We never been in the streets together. Master P was in their heyday. They moved to Baton Rouge, so I saw these dudes all the time. Matter of fact, I broke him on the dick girl car. When I saw how big they was, all these niggas riding around in big trucks. My show was like 1,200, and I got a pocket full of money. I went and got player, dog. I went and got fresh every day. I was thugging, man. Every week I was on some shit. Fights, shootouts, beef.
Hey, how you doing? This is James C.B. Gray, President and National Spokesperson for the Hip Hop Fraternity. Thank you for watching a trailer of the making of an autobiography of a celebrity featuring Little Boosie.
Sales. That's $100 when you hit a doorbell. $3,000 fitted, still got a coke smell.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Pimpin, man. I want y'all to go get my new book, The 48 Flaws of the Game, Pimpology, man. This is the book that everybody is reading. They love it, and the prisons is selling all over the world. Everything that your father, your uncle didn't teach you, this book will. This will give you a whole lot of game, and it's for men and women. And if you want to be a winner, go get my other book, The Art of Human Chess. It's a bestseller. Both of my books are bestsellers. And if you want to get the book, just go to thehiphopfraternity.com. Go to the link books and hit the book. If that don't work for you, go to Amazon.com. If that don't work, go to audiobook.com. Type in my name, Pimpin. I guarantee you that the book will pop up. And just order the book. We got the audio book, we got the hardcover, we got the paperback. Anything you need, just go to any one of those platforms, Barnes & Nobles, Books A Million, and get the book.